Hello, friends. Oscar here with Data Science Revolution. I'm here to talk to you today about f-string and print statements. Think of f-string as a parameter that you pass into any, I would say, any codes um, you're writing. Let's go over it, and I will show you some use case. So, say for instance, I want to enter something like first name equals John, and then last name equals Doe. So I have these two examples. So I want to do a print statement, right? Okay, so there are two ways you can go about it. So the first way that most people use is where you have these print and you pass in first name, um, and then inside the first name you have these braces, right? And then you have right after last name, and then you uh, have your colon and your braces. And then after that, you have to pass in the parameters. And when we talk about parameters, is under the dot format function, where you pass in the first parameter, which is first name, and then the last parameter, which is last name. So let me explain you here what I'm doing. So those two parameters are in order, right? So the print statement will first look at the first parameter, which is first name. We pass that into these empty braces, and then the last name in these empty braces. So if I run this in my terminal, just give it a moment. Okay, it's still thinking. So let's try one more time. Trying to run these parameters. Okay, so you can see here, I just ran through the command line. I have a first name, and my last name. First name is taking John, and then last name is taking Doe. And then you can see how John and Doe are both passed in order, like we mentioned. Now, this is the regular print statement. There's the other way to reference a parameter called the f string. And so, say for instance, I have print statement with um, I would just have still first name, right? And then this time, I'm just gonna put the parameter directly inside the braces, okay? And then I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna have um, last name, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna have to close. Oh, I went a little too far. So I'm going to close these braces. These braces. Okay. So there's pretty much no difference between the first and the last. The only difference is that the parameters are passed directly inside the um, the the braces. And what is missing here is definitely the F words. No, not even a word, the F letter, which stands for F string. That's why people call it F string. And the reason why it's so helpful is that, and one of the use case that you can use is when you have a path, right? So if you have a path and you have a path that reference a specific folder on a consistent basis. So I have my docs, and then you have maybe a specific month, for example. You can actually put the month, the value of the month within your path, and just put a f string somewhere here. So this is where it gets so helpful, because you don't have to constantly um, modify your file path. It's always there. So you can see that the highlight because I have not passed the month. If I just put 08 uh, equals equals 8, for example, is going to work. Yeah, so this is a use case. And there are many other use cases when you create variable and when you build code, you don't want to use repetitively the same variable. So that's where it's so helpful. Well, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Actually, I have not printed this statement yet, so let's print this one and see what the result looks like. So you should have the same thing pretty much. So this is the result of the S string. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I post some videos every week, and 2 or 3 videos every week about data science, machine learning, AI, Python programming, and some Azure and PySpark and SQL. So if you enjoy, feel free to subscribe, and I hope I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.